So you see these three women, are they all fine? Or they are not fine? Okay. But if I make this one 10, all of you will be confused. Let me tell you something. The most important thing is for her to have proportion. So that when a man sees her, the man will not only be attracted to this part, but be attracted to the full hair and what is within her. You see, some of you are so concerned about somebody here, your friend who has this, and forget the good in you yourself. When you stand in the mirror, what do you see? That this is unique about me. I want someone to also do Matthew 16:14. Who will do that for me? Okay, Ephiba, Matthew 16:14. I want someone to do Luke 9:18. Who will do Luke 9:18 for me? Okay, I have Luke 9:18. So I have Mark, I have Luke, I have Matthew. Sorry. Mark 8:27. Yes. My bishop, please read it for me.
Which version?
Oh, any version.
Mark 8.
Once is not Gen Z Bible.
No, NLT.
Okay.
Jesus and his disciples left Galilee and went up to the villages near Caesarea Philippi. As they were walking along, he asked them, "Who do people say I am?"
Thank you. God bless you. Who is reading the next one for me, Ephiba? We can't hear you, please.
Okay, Matthew 16, verses 14. And it reads, "And Simon Peter answered and said, Thou art the Christ, the Son of the living
16:14.
God." Matthew 16:14.
Start from 13.
Okay. Matthew 16:13. A minute. Okay. When Jesus came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, "Whom do men say that I am? Who do men say that I, the Son of Man, am?" And they said, "Some say thou art John the Baptist, some Elias, and some others Jeremias, or one of the prophets." He said unto them, "But whom say ye that I am?"
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Adetune.
Hello? Yeah, Luke 9:18 says, "And it came to pass, as he was alone praying, his disciples were with him, and he asked them, saying, Whom say the people that I am?"
Thank you. May God add his blessing to the reading of his word. Amen. Amen. Hey, the way people are attentive, I can't even talk. We see Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. I had to quote John, but I don't know where I wrote that one. All of them narrating an incident that happened. And the incident was, they were with Jesus, and Jesus asked a simple question: "Who do men say that I am?" Right? That was the question. You see, sometimes we say that I don't care what people say. I don't mind what people say. I am who God says I am. Abby? Isn't that the case? But the Jesus that we followed, at a point in his life, asked his disciples, "Who do men say that I am?" Right? Are you following? We are still doing single and married, though. I haven't gone anywhere. Don't shake. Follow me gradual. You see, if I wanted a box, but I couldn't bring a box. If I have a box and I'm supposed to place it here, or let's say I have my laptop here, and I decide that LP Kaya should draw this laptop for me. Don't get up. She'll draw this laptop with this Apple sign for me, right? If I ask Pastor Daniel to draw it for me from this angle, he'll also draw another view, right? If I tell Mr. Adetona to sit where he is and draw, he would also give me a different view. Abby? Who is on the camera? If I ask him to draw, he will also give me a different view. Abby? Barbara, if I tell you that go under the laptop and draw, you can also give me something else. Even with the drawing, please have a seat. Even with the drawing, the one who has gone to do art in school or the one that loves to draw will draw differently from a class 3 child, right? Or are you following me? Don't get missing. Are you with me? So everybody's drawing will come out different based on where the person sits or where the person stands or the side of the object facing the person. Are you with me? So as I stand, somebody can draw me from my top, somebody from down, somebody here, my back, this side, this side. That is 6 angles. There is another angle. That is the one within me, the one within this bottle. That one, until you taste it, you cannot draw it. You would only assume. Abby? Are you with me? We are going gradually. You see, there is something we call perception. The perception of the people. The perception of man. The perception, how people perceive you, how people see you. Sometimes we feel that we are in church, so it doesn't matter. It is all about what God says I am. That is why your favor is limited. Because there are people who are seeing you as caricature. There are people who will come to church and be able to sweep from corner to corner. So the church and the people in the church, from the dimension at which they look at you, this is a hard-working woman. But when I come to Opekuma and I ask, they'll say, go and see that lady. She doesn't want to do anything with her hands. Different perception because of the angle Opekuma people are looking at you. Are you getting me? When I speak to your family, there is a perception that your family will give me. And when I speak to God, there's a perception God will give to me about you. But in all these things, you yourself seated down here, who are you? You see, you have been packaged beautifully. Everybody is seeing light. Everybody is seeing everything. When we open you, the scientists know that you have done. So you are not yet multiplying any micro, whatever it is in you. You are safe. You are from a good company. You are from what? But what is inside? When people begin to taste you, they wonder if it's real. They wonder if you're a Christian or you are a Muslim. They wonder if you're of the world or you are of God. Have I confused somebody? This thing was not filled with Coca-Cola. It was filled with malt. And you see, somebody who was part of the production came and she took one sip. She was confused. And some of you thought she was trying to enjoy it. No, she was trying to decipher whether what she produced in her lab is the same thing in this bottle. She wasn't just drinking it. It was in her mouth and her tongue was going around it to perceive whether what she really produced is what is in the bottle. And some of you, God has poured you into his mouth and he's trying to perceive whether what he put in you to land here is the same thing or it's just packaging. You see, we are in a generation that we value what is called packaging. Packaging, the FAO. The world loves packaging, or we don't love packaging. Packaging is nice. Packaging. So you get more for this, or you pay more for this than you pay for this. This is one margarine cup, right? This is less. Less, cry. Too small. Too small, right? This one will you before. I hear this is 5 cedis. And this one is 4 cedis. When you buy a product, okay, let me hold on. You see, there is a gospel according to Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. It says they are the gospel, right? They all had a narration of Jesus, his birth, his resurrection, his works, his healing, his death, everything, his life after death, his power, everything. Everybody had a record of Jesus. But everybody had a record based on where they stand. So sometimes there are people who read the Bible and you tell you that the Bible is contradicting themselves because Matthew said this and Mark said this. It is because of where they stood. I hear Mark was a medical doctor. Luke was a medical doctor. Today I wanted my husband to educate me. Luke was a medical doctor. Mark was a tax collector. So based on where everybody stands, that is how everybody will address you. Some of you put yourself in the midst of where you are not supposed to stand. So your addresses are different. This is good, Gary. But if I decide to open it and leave it for 24 hours, what will happen to the Gary? What will happen? It will go flat, right? It wouldn't be crispy. You wouldn't enjoy it. Some of you, you've opened your content so much that the world is not enjoying your crispy nature. You know why you opened your content? Because somebody hurt you and you say, your perception is that all men are evil. You've opened your content up and now your juiciness is running out and people cannot enjoy the real you. Gary is supposed to be loved. Marriage is supposed to be loved. Relationship is supposed to be enjoyed. But as for you, when it comes to relationship, people put you in their mouth and they back out. Please, are you understanding me? Should I continue? How many people read Songs of Solomon? Or you've read it before? Songs of Solomon. You still read it? Once a while. How many people read Proverbs? Hey, do we even read our Bible at all? How many people read Ecclesiastes? Do you read it? Who wrote Songs of Solomon? Who? Solomon. How about Proverbs? The same person. How about Ecclesiastes? The same person. You see, I sat to analyze this. Stay with me, don't get lost. There is Songs of Solomon, there is Proverbs, there is Ecclesiastes. By me, and your breasts are like whatever it is, the guzzle, and your neck and the perfume, all those things. In Proverbs, he started saying, "Remember, you're careful. About your be careful of an adulterous woman. Be careful of this." In Ecclesiastes, he's saying everything is vanity. Which is which? Same person. Let me tell you something. There are stages in life. If you don't take time, the time you are supposed to be singing a love song, you'll be quoting Proverbs. And the time you are supposed to be quoting Proverbs, out of maturity, you'll be saying everything is vanity. Am I safe? Can I continue? Share more be another also don't yet do or do yet. But when you do don't need the nyansa to, as you are growing in love, you are growing in wisdom. The way Barbara is looking at me so serious, I'm not saying I mean to interview. Wow, I'm stuck. Are you confused? You are not confused. You are enjoying it. So I should continue. More vim. There's a time you sing songs of Solomon. Or don't fit, or do a oh, that is the time that you sit and you are smiling and somebody asks you and you can't explain. It's like things are going through your head. Listen, if you've not had that experience before, you are in trouble. You've not lived yet. You haven't lived yet. You haven't yet lived. You are about to live. Everybody has to have that experience. You see, when you have that experience to a point and you get to know human character and human nature, then you start growing and being careful and developing proverbs for yourself. There are so many proverbs that hang around us. So there are people who have proverbs to say that don't marry an Ashanti man. If you marry an Ashanti man, you always be doing my mother, right? Those people, they've graduated from the love issue because love on Ankoye, Songs of Solomon, when they read it, it didn't go well. So now they've graduated to Proverbs. And you, who have not even experienced Songs of Solomon, you started singing somebody Asante for Memanye. Pastor Daniel, are you with me? You are with me. Some of you are not yet married, though. But you come to church, you say men are evil, women are this, men are, you are confessing it with your mouth based on your perception. And when you come here, you are expecting the man of God to pray for you to get married. Now you know, when you leave this place, you know the song you go and sing. Right? That's a new song. Make prayer bombastic, no abeshame side. Continue calling bombastic to your side. When you haven't even experienced Songs of Solomon, you are singing one motu. But if you are not interested in love issues, you are not supposed to be here. Some of you are dating packaging. Some of you are dating packaging. And you definitely have to pay more for packaging. You pay for the rubber. You pay for whatever it is they put in. You pay. And you have less. Some of you men, instead of you buying this, because for now your pocket is not good, to enjoy it for 3 days, you are buying packaging. And now you are suffering that the women that are coming are not good. You are buying packaging. What do you expect? Your only money in your pocket for the week is 5 Ghana cedis. Instead of managing with this, till you are matured enough to buy this, you've started with this. Very soon you start quoting Proverbs. What's your level of education? You want university graduate to marry somebody whose father has sent her to the UK to study, but you are not ready to pay the costs. Packaging. 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 You see, in life, you have to aim high. Yes, obia aim high. But to bottom nya, you're going to gradual. Oh, are they lie? Bema bottom nya, but you are aiming high. Nobody is telling you not to aim high. But be careful so that you don't sing Proverbs early when you are supposed to be singing songs of Solomon. There's a calm woman around you. Very calm. She's trying to put one-on-one together. You see that this woman is nice, everything. But you see, you are getting confused with Moisha Buabin's botos. Right? You are confused with Nanama Anamwa's English. Abi? And then you are thinking about delays entrepreneurship skills. Abi? Kwame ahe. If after all this, I open you and I don't get anything good inside you, you have deceived me. And some of you, you are deceiving the people. Some of you men, you are deceptive. You come with so much. Last time, my daughter B, that I love, came to me at work. And we're talking. And she said, Mommy, this guy didn't let me know who he was. He was so nice on the phone. He would talk. Now, you see, because I was working, I wasn't in tune. I just needed somebody who would care and call and check up on me. But when I married him and I realized I was with the devil himself, packaging. Corset, long gown, then we go like this, we can't breathe, we can't sit, right? One day issue, we are paying 6,000 for dress and kente, and you see them all, oh, I tap into your blessing, so you are waiting for somebody who can tap into your blessing. When you attract a Yahoozy guy, I hear a guy went to the Malam for some of these things to become rich, and he was given 1 year to live. When he came, he forgot. He enjoyed that, and the Malam said, the day you see whatever, a crow or something cross your car, then your time is up. So he parked. The day he saw it, he parked in the middle of the road, climbed on top of his car, and he started crying. And somebody met him and asked him that what's the problem. He said, I said my time is up, I'm about to go. Some of you, based on how you do yourself, these are the sorts of people you are attracting. And you say, God, it is not God's fault. It is the packaging that you give to yourself. So that is what people are perceiving. Some of you, you repel people by your attitude and your nature. But you repel people with your rudeness. Some of you are rude to the core. You are 39, hitting 40. You see, when I say that, I remember I said something here that, oh, you're 35 and all those things. Hey, social media, hey, the way people were talking, I don't care. Listen, let me tell you something, especially the women. The Garden of Eden, the eggs God planted in you to produce, they are reducing as a woman. So your ability to give birth after 30 reduces. Those who are wise, those white people you follow on social media and you are their followers, you know what they do? When they get into their 20s, getting into their 30s, they go and they harvest their eggs and they save it at an egg bank. So that when they are ready to give birth, they harvest that egg for them and they fertilize it and they give birth. When you reach 35, 38, getting to your 40s, and it becomes difficult for you to give birth, you go to the fertility clinic and they'll tell you that you have to use a younger person's egg because the likelihood that your egg will not give you a good child or you have a child who is autistic is greater because you are older. So when you go to the fertility clinic, they'll bring you pictures. So they'll bring you 1, 2, 3 pictures for you to watch. These people will not know. So the 3 pictures, I'll have to choose who I want my child to look like. That is closer to me based on my color. My husband is safe. Unless the man's egg is not correct. Within the 3, I'll choose an egg. And that egg will be fertilized with my husband's sperm. And that egg, after fertilization, will be planted in me. But the truth of the matter is that the DNA of every child is in the egg. So whatever it is I'm carrying, it's not me, it's Barbara. Did I just confuse somebody? Did I scare somebody? Are you with me? So with all the things you are doing, and with all the shakara you are doing, some of you men, you change women like you change. You see, you don't usually change your boxers. You change it every 3 days or 1 week. So that's how you change women. You use her, you check her to a certain point, you dump. You check her to a certain point, you dump. You check her to a certain point, you dump. If you don't take care, they will give you gari. That is flat. That has been mixed with a little good one and tied. And that is what you buy and you settle for. Because that will be all that your money could afford. The time and season you are in. Some of you good women have struggled for you and you felt they were fools based on your perception. This woman there, she loves me too much. So me there. Continue me there. The day it will say, and she'll start quoting Proverbs and Ecclesiastes. Then you see and you know that there's time for everything. Some of you, you marry women and you take them home and you put them on the floor. And you allow your kids to throw tattoos with them, right? They throw them. So very soon, the packaging and everything is off. But you know something? How many people know Hausa Cocoa? How many people love Hausa Cocoa? Very soon, as you are throwing it, the Hausa Cocoa will spill on you. And you say, where did this come from? The venom from the pain that woman is going through. Although in packaging, and you have damned that woman, and you are throwing that woman about. Very soon, Obetse, so. And you say, where did this come from? It came from what was inside that you disregarded. Who are you? As for what God says you are there, we all know. What God says you are, we all know. Usually we hear a man of God saying that, I want to see people based on who God say they are. Very beautiful. But after the man of God has seen who God says you are, you yourself, you don't even believe it. As you sit and you check, you yourself, who are you? Sometimes you need to be bold. Because we fear what people will say. We can't be bold as Jesus and ask people that, who do people say? Who do men say that I am? We can't. Because we don't want to hear what they have to say. But sometimes you have to hear what they have to say. Maybe Jesus, something you are doing looks like Elijah, but you are not an Elijah. So you have to learn to rebrand so that we see you as a different person, not Elijah. Jesus, maybe where you walk, you look like Moses, you look like Jeremiah, you look like some prophet somewhere, but you are a different breed. You are not. So Jesus had to understand what people have been saying. Some of you, you are too over yourself that it is all about you. Hello. Can I continue? You see, some of you, There is good inside you. A lot of good, a lot of crunchiness, a lot of nutrition, a lot of good stuff that the world is waiting to enjoy. But your packaging is wrong. You are Gary, but you've been packaged as soup. What do I mean by that? So it is only when somebody needs washing that they come to you, and then they realize that you can't wash clothes and they dump you. Why? You see, as a woman, the way you dress talks a lot about you. As a man, the way you dress talks a lot about you. There are men who are boys who are not ready for marriage, and there are men who are men. They are responsible. Have you realized that I don't know what God did, why God did this, but there is no human being who is perfect. No human being. Do you sometimes feel, let's be frank, you look yourself in the mirror, you feel that maybe your breast should have been bigger. And there are some who wish that their breasts were smaller. Have you realized that those who are very hippie here, they are flat from behind? There are some people who have a lot of protruding things here. And there are a lot of people who have potholes here. But here, have you noticed it? And there are a lot of people who are very heavy here, but their legs are like this. There are lots of people who are very huge from here down, but their face and their neck, when you see, it's very attractive. They are very fat people. If you see their face to their neck, you will fall for them until you see their body. How many people have noticed that? So sometimes you wonder, and there are some people, they have small of everything. Small here, small there, small there. But sometimes it's just the teeth that are not okay. And you've seen all this thing, and you are saying you are looking for a man who has white teeth. So because of white teeth, you will not marry. Stay there. You'll be quoting Ecclesiastes in Songs of Solomon. Everybody has a little of something that somebody else admires. That is how God made it. That is why we need each other. And that is why envy is killing us. Because you are working with somebody and you are wondering why men are calling her and they are not calling you. Hello. I tell especially young women that dress based on your body type. That is what makes you attractive. Some of you don't know. The fact that Auntie Duff wears something doesn't mean it will also look good on me. Hello. Auntie Duff, wait, I'm looking for two different people. Amzi, come. Hey, I'm free, come. Man, you come. You are the one who is laughing. Stand here. I wish I can get another person. I wish I can get another person. I want another body type. Gifty, come. Stand here. Eunice, come. We are doing an example, Hold on. Be free. Don't worry, So you see these three women, are they all fine? Or they are not fine? Okay. But if I make this one 10, all of you will be confused. Abby? Okay. I'm coming. Humphrey, can you do my hairstyle?
No,
Why?
because I don't know how to do it.
No. Can you do this on your hair? If I bring a hairdresser to do this hairstyle for you, can you do it?
No, because I don't have a front hair.
You don't have what? Front hair. What do you mean by front hair? Explain.
My forehead is
You don't have forehead, so you can't do this style.
it's like my hair is not at this point, it's at the back here.
So you can't do this hairstyle. You can't do it. But this one fits you. So you see, it's foolish that you say that because I have done this, you force this person's head to do this one. This one's beauty is here. But that doesn't mean she should wear mini and flaunt this. It is not about this. Let me tell you something. The most important thing is for her to have proportion, so that when a man sees her, the man will not only be attracted to this part, but be attracted to the full hair and what is within her. You see this lady? What she is wearing, Humphrey cannot wear it. You know the beauty about this lady? 10. See her legs. You see, some of you are so concerned about somebody here, your friend who has this, and forget the good in you yourself. When you stand in the mirror, what do you see? That this is unique about me. Let me tell you something. The truth is that this one, she's older than this and this. But you see her structure, you will never notice. She can even be 50 years and still look like this. And then she's praying to God, God, why did you create me and give me this sort of body? Why didn't you do this? Then she'll go and pump things here and here. Then very soon, she'll be struggling to walk. Why don't you come to church with your mother?
Because my mom has a knee problem.
She has what?
A knee problem
Why?
because of the weight.
You see what this one causes? Share. All those people doing hair at the top, it's not because of anything, because they've seen bottles. You people, you are going back. You see this woman here? Everywhere is small, small. Small of everything. Small of everything. Right? You know one thing about this lady? Give her 1,001 children, she will tame all of them. All the children will love her. She has a sweet spirit. You can't take it away from her. And then she will ignore it and say that I want to be like this. But she has a little bit of everything. And also, but it's okay. Her legs are okay. Her breasts small, kakrebi. Her buttocks, kakrebi. Everything is small, small. But she has a heart of gold for children. And some of you men, you know you cannot be there for your kids. You know you were not raised right. You cannot be raised right. You see this one and you bypass and you want buttocks. So very soon, buttocks shows you shege. And you are like, a man yet, but you are still looking for buttocks. When there's somebody who can help you build a home. Wait, I'm not saying this one cannot help you build a home. Everybody and what they bring on board. But if you don't know yourself, between these three, you take the wrong one. You see this lady here? This lady. Me expose you, Kaka, why? She will go to any extent, to push a sensible man to make it. But when she's pushing you, you feel she hates you because she's saying things that are making you tick and making you feel that she feels you don't have sense. But the truth is that you don't have sense, so she's pushing you so that you become better for the two of you people. She's not after what you have, but she's after what you can be. And some of you don't like it. So she tells you that what you use to buy pizza, let's not buy pizza, but let's buy something to help business. And you say, well, dear, we need enjoyment. Are you confused? You are here. The boys, they are confused. Let me tell you something. I've told you inner truth. Let me tell you something. Between these three women, there is what they can do to their packaging to make it attractive, apart from what is inside. If this lady decides to wear this, she will be like something that everybody wants to touch and take advantage of, because it's like you are showing us for us to see. So we will take advantage of. Somebody like this cannot wear white trousers or white skirts. Let me tell you something. White is something that illuminates you. It brings more light to you. So if she decides to wear white trousers, you see her thighs double the size. If she decides to wear white, it will let her be attractive because you can see everything in little proportions. If this one decides to wear shorts, she'll look attractive because her legs are nice. You cannot take it away from her. But she cannot wear it. And she cannot wear it. She'll look too much. You see my head. You see my head. It's a family trademark. We have enimnyam and etinyam. Front and back. Etibas is in my family. If a racy didn't get some of this one, I'll say the hospital changed her. She has some. This one, forehead. This one is for tying duku. Some of us, when we put on headgear, it looks very good on us. If we push our hair back like this, it looks very good on us. Don't try to do this because I did some. This lady cannot, Gifty, you are a hairdresser. Can you do one of these? Why do you always say you can't do my hairstyle? Tell me.
I rather choose all back because this one won't fit me.
This one won't fit you. Why?
I don't have forehead.
You don't have forehead.
No, so the back, I don't have it.
Your head is small, so this style will not be good for you. Some of you, these are the sorts of things you should educate yourself on. Let me tell you something. If people have a product, they put expiry date. They put what is inside. They put manufacturing. They put everything. The label tells what it contains. And some of you, your labeling is wrong. Based on your appearance, based on how you talk, based on how you walk, everything is wrong. So people are seeing you and they are confused. Nowadays, you see ladies who are wearing rings all over. Me, I'm not a ring person, so I cannot do it. Even my own ring, sometimes I misplace it. There are times I can go like 2 weeks or a month. I don't know where my ring is. Forgive me, but it's part of me. So you see people having earring here, all over, and you go and do some. I have a daughter here. She has gone to put some here and here. Where? I remember somebody was killed in the US because the person had gold here. They thought it was real gold. They fake one. So they killed him free so that they would take out gold. Some of you, unless you don't see, you go and do it. But you see, you want to fit into a certain class. But based on the class you want to fit, are you packaging yourself for that class? Thank you very much. Some people will decide to buy Bell Cola, 2 bottles, for the price of Coke. But Coke knows what it's worth. Coke knows how many countries they run in. Coke knows what it contains. Coke knows that nobody can copy the same thing. You can try, but you can't have the same me. They know their value, so they know where they go. And they know that they have people that will patronize them. Who are you? You are Coke. Today you put water. Tomorrow you put Fanta. The following day, who are you? Your friends are telling you that, be careful, you are becoming too arrogant. And what? You don't know anything. Do you know who I am? Do you know what God says I am? Do you know what God? We know God says you are. But madam, who do people, even Jesus, the Jesus that we follow, he said, who do people say that I am? Some of you wouldn't like my assignments, but I want you to ask people who are. Sometimes, you see, the sad thing is that it's the people closest to us who can tell us the truth. But that's what we hate. So we go to people who are far because they see something else. But the people closest to us who will tell us that, we don't like it. We don't like it. Not at all. Today, somebody had a fight with her mother. And her mother called me, talk to this person. Why? The mother wastes the money on unnecessary things. She will kill herself for somebody who is not worth it. And some of you are killing yourself for people who are not worth it. You want to prove to somebody that you are good. So you get money and you can't even take care of your own self. You will have to give it to somebody so that somebody says you are good. You are killing yourself. Who do men say that I am? And after all they have said, who do you say that you are? Does it tally? Or there's a problem? Do you have to work on yourself? Do you have to work on something to make whatever it is, the proverb about you, right? That's my assignment for you today. Don't go far. Me, when you come and ask me, you didn't like what you will get. But ask somebody who is close. Who do men say that I am? What do you perceive? What sort of aura is around me? Do you think I'm a nice person? Do you think sometimes I'm arrogant? Oh, sometimes it's like your speech is not so good, but I think you get better. So you tell this person, try and help me. Sometimes when you realize that I'm going off board, try and give me an eye so that I get better. That is growth. That is growth. I'm done for today. Any questions for me? Any questions for me? Although there's sugar in it, Pastor David said he still wants it. Although there's sugar, more water, you add more water in it. So you see, this one, when he marries you, if you are good or bad, he will find a way to dilute you to make you less sugary, so that you will enjoy it that way. Some of you throw it away. So be careful who you give the product to. Otherwise, they will say thank you, but they will reject it. I know for a fact that he will enjoy it. He knows how to add more water. But some of you condemn it outright. So you are giving yourself to wrong people.